Over the course of our 10 years on Wing Nation, we have had some people that when you look back at it, we've had a lot of fun with over the course of time. I mean, we're fortunate. We love when we talk to new guys and new gals and make new friends, but there's been a cast of characters that recur here, and sometimes it's a year or two between visits, and they keep going. And it's part of it, but we've talked about this a lot, Erin. If last year we missed the Knoxville Nationals, we went back this year, and it was like we never missed a beat with all of our friends.
You're right.
It's the sprint car world.
Yep.
And it really, truly is. And one of our favorite characters over the course of the show, and this goes back to when Kendra and I is Craig Dollansky.
Yeah.
The crowd pleaser. I mean, who doesn't love the crowd pleaser? The crowd loves him. Well, who doesn't love the crowd pleaser? And there has not been maybe a more... I would sit and think about this. I'm not sure we've had a more fascinating person that we've been friends with on this show. We've shared wins. We've shared him sitting on the stage with us at Knoxville, announcing to the world that he's retiring because he has Lyme disease. We've laughed. We've cried. Craig Dollansky has just been one of those people that whenever we need someone to come on and just be real.
Yeah.
If you want to know what's going on in Craig's life today, say, Craig, what's going on in your world today? And you're going to get it. I'll never forget the stage. Knoxville is never quiet. And when he is unleashing that he has got Lyme disease, you could have heard a pin drop, the whole crowd. And it was just, and we're sitting there, it's like, you're almost like, is this a skit? Is this a, and then you realize, no, this guy is laying it on us here, heartfelt. He is a wonderful person and a great family.
He is. Yeah. Their family's wonderful. And when I was racing, Craig was always, he comes across when he's at the racetrack like very serious, but he was always super helpful, and we've remained friends, and his wife, Julie, and his daughter, they're just really good people. And when I think about his retirement, he's one of those people, and maybe it was the era I grew up in, but it was like a staple of the World of Outlaws. The crowd pleaser, Lasowski, Steve. He was one of those names that ran for so many years. It almost didn't seem right to see a World of Outlaw race with him not in it. It took a long time to adjust, but he was, to me, one of those people that he belonged. He belonged out there.
66-time winner.
Yeah.
With the World of Outlaws. He
was.
And man, when he was on.
He was
when he was on at Peevely.
He was a tough competitor.
Yeah, I'd love to have seen. I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see him in his prime at Peevely and Sheldon at Peevely. Boy, I am telling you what. You talk about Sheldon lapping up. They'd have put 2 laps on the whole field.
Yeah, Craig wasn't afraid to rip the top.
No, he was not afraid to rip the top. No, he was not. No. So she's Erin Evernham. I'm Steve Post. This is Wing Nation, presented by Dryden and DRF Racing Oils. And yes, a little time with promoter.
Yeah.
And father-in-law of a McCarl? Huh? What? Craig Dollansky's going to join us here. Before we do that, though, we got the World of Outlaw Now So Did You Drink Sprint Cars at the National Open. Logan Schuchart and Carson Macedo getting down to the end of this one with $75,000 on the line. Here's Johnny Gibson with a call on Dirt Vision.
And now for the Dryden death-defying move of the week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track moves.
Macedo for the lead in 3 and 4, and he's got it. Carson Macedo takes the lead from Logan Schuchart with 4 laps to go.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All Death, the official death of the World of Outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
For decades, Dryden Lubricants has been made in America and made to last, paving the way on our highways, in our fields, and on the production line. Today, Dryden offers a complete line of engine oils, greases, hydraulic and transmission fluids, and diesel exhaust fluid. If you want greater performance and protection for your critical engines and equipment, go to Dryden.com. Dryden, American-owned and operated, and a proud supporter of racing and race fans everywhere. Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Go to HerculesTires.com. There you can find the nearest authorized Hercules retail location to you. Plus, you can use the tire tracker to find out which Hercules tire fits your vehicle the best. That's HerculesTires.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength. Wing Nation continues on. Let's get right to it. The Sage Fruit Hotline. Joining us is our old buddy, the crowd pleaser, Craig Dollansky. Hey, Craig, how are you?
I'm doing good, Steve and Erin. Great to hear you guys' voice. It's been a little while.
Well, we were talking about this. We were talking about, Erin was talking about racing with you. I've talked about all of the moments we've had on Wing Nation. Man, it has been a while. It's been too long, by gosh, I'll tell you that. But it is good to catch up with you. And I know you've got a new project that you've been working on out there at a little racetrack in Kansas. How's that going for you?
Yes, we do. Julie and I got out here in February after taking things over in January, and it's going real good. We got this weekend coming up, the Steve King Memorial Sprint Car Midget Nationals, and we're getting ready for that Friday and Saturday night. That'll be our final event of the year, but it's been really pretty awesome. You know, we've enjoyed it. We're enjoying our next chapter in life. You know, we had done some promoting with the World of Outlaws series there during my racing career, but we kind of tabled that until I was done with my career because it was getting pretty challenging to do that as well as racing a tour. So we're liking it.
Hey, Craig, I remember you promoting some races while you were still driving. Was promoting a track something that you had always had on the docket, or how did this all come about with Dodge City Raceway?
Yeah, you know, it really was, Erin. We promoted Princeton Speedway to start with. I think you might have even raced there as well, Erin, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the first time that we started promoting, and then we went on to promote Clay County Fair in Spencer, Iowa, which is Julie's hometown, and we very much enjoyed it. But it was definitely a challenge to promote and run a tour as well. And then I was going to Australia, New Zealand in the off season, so it got to be where it was a little too much, and we just said, hey, we'll circle back and do this again when my racing career is over. So here we are, and how this come about, we had raced out here on the tour. It's a beautiful racetrack, beautiful facility. They put a lot of time and money and effort into making this place a top-notch facility. And, when we raced out here throughout my racing career, and we won here in 2011, just kind of took a liking to the place and knew that it was potentially going to be coming up to have new management and promoters. And so we put in for it, me and Julie, and we flew out here in October. And got things put together. So it's going well.
How does it do as far as scratching the racing itch for you? You're a competitor, you're a racer. Does this do all right for that?
That's a great question, Steve. I, quite honestly, I wasn't sure how I was ever going to replace what it was like to be out on the World of Outlaw Tour and racing and being as busy as what that tour is, and then also going to Australia, New Zealand. And then once I had a few injuries and just got to the point where I'm like, look, it's time to just let it go. So definitely was a difficult thing for me to get my mind around that part. But this definitely has filled that void. Quite honestly, I'm enjoying it. It trips my trigger, so to speak. I like what I'm doing. I enjoy the race teams, and we run 6 different classes here, and I've become a fan of those classes as well. Got to know these drivers and just the racing itself, and it's some great racing. My hobby stock class can stress me out a little bit. I mean, them guys flip more in sprint cars, and I'm trying to get them calmed down. But overall, we're enjoying it. We're doing some things different here, trying to get it more fan interaction with the drivers and the teams, and just making some changes that way, and trying to do some good things here that will help grow the sport.
Now, Craig, did you guys relocate out to Kansas, or are you commuting? How is that working from Minnesota?
Yeah, no, Erin, we're out here. This is our home now. This is where we're going to be. And, since February, I can tell you that me and Julie have had a lot of 7-day weeks, but me and her are a lot happier. And quite honestly, we actually function better together, believe it or not, when we're working together and we're busy. So, she's up in the front office right now. I'm out on the grounds doing some work, and we got a great team of people, and our family's been in here on and off helping as well. Our daughter Peyton's been out here, and she was actually our trophy girl one night. And Julie suggested that. I was a little reluctant, but had some fun with that also.
I can imagine. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be ready for that. That's for sure. That is neat. When we talk about promoting racetracks in 2021 and looking forward to 2022 and beyond, what are some of the challenges that you have done, and maybe some of the twists that you've been able to put on things to revive and to build that place?
Well, just really, I mean, overall, weekly racing, is a bit of a struggle throughout the United States. So we're trying to do some things different where, again, I do some driver introductions. I changed the victory lane process where they go up in front of the crowd, right in front of the grandstands. And so it's been pretty cool. Like our winners, when they go up in front of the crowd after they won a race, to see the kids hanging over the guardrail, just high-fiving them and having fun with it. So really trying to do some things to engage with the younger generation as well, having the kids where they enjoy it and want to come out to the races. And, Julie did a little chalk drawing contest on the concrete out in front behind the grandstands at the last event. That was a big hit. We had some kids bike races and different things. And then, we're doing some things with the drivers. We do some different events and try to make them more of a special event. Awesome trophies for the top three. Trophies always meant something to me. So we gave away some pretty nice trophies out here. And we got some great marketing partners that help out with everything we do, as well as the city's been a great partner. So we're just trying to mix it up, Steve, and just trying to do some things different. We're out here quite a ways out west in western Kansas, but we want, whether they're drivers, race teams, or whoever's coming out here. We had a tractor pull. We had a flat track motorcycle race. Both were very successful. We're going to build on that for next year. We're going to mix it up. But we want people, when they come to Dodge City Raceway Park, to enjoy the experience and look forward to coming back, whether they're a competitor or a fan or whoever it might be.
Craig, you mentioned this when we first started talking about how nice of a facility it is. I remember when we were on the tour thinking it was gorgeous. It was one of the state-of-the-art facilities that you went to, the paved pit area and the grandstands. It's just a gorgeous track. When you look long-term, what are some of the hopes? Do you want some big marquee World of Outlaw events? Are you kind of thinking, like you were talking, flat track, kind of having stuff across the board? What are some of their long-term thoughts for the track?
Yeah, no, for sure, Erin. We want to have marquee events here. The World of Outlaws were here up until they come back here last year only because of COVID. They needed a place to race, but it's definitely something I want to get back in here. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Tour, as well as some other bigger series type races. But we worked hard here to just try to do some things different, get some things in order here the way we would like to see it, to be prepared for events like that. And we also have 300 acres here, so we might do some things that incorporate maybe some off-road stuff as well. Wow. But again, our tractor pull track that I had about 400 hours into getting that track ready, along with a couple other guys that work with me here part-time. And it was a very successful event. It was pretty cool to have the tractor pullers and the truck pullers go, man, that was awesome. We can't wait to come back. So those are the types of things that we have to do. The same thing happened with the flat track motorcycles. And guys, they put on a great show, doing about 115, 120 miles an hour around here. And it was pretty awesome. So we're going to build on that as well. And then our weekly classes that we have, modified, sport mods, stock cars, hobby stocks, stars mod lights, our sprint cars. We're just working to do some things different with those classes as well. It's exciting racing, but we got to make it a good product to the fans, and we got to have prompt shows. You can't have people in grandstands for 4 or 5 hours. We're trying to short things up and put on a good show, entertain the fans throughout the races as well, and make it a good experience all the way around.
Boy, variety in 2021. People don't want the same thing they saw last week. I love it with the trucks and the motorcycles and everything that you have there.
Off-road, I like that.
Off-roading, that's going to be fun too. Now, this weekend, though, it's 360 sprint cars. The Steve King Foundation, that's a pretty good group to be aligning yourself with for this weekend's racing, Craig.
Yeah, they really are. I got to know Danny and Naomi and their daughter, Jeanette. Great people. I drove their race car for them a few times. Had a lot of fun with that as well. Had some real good runs going, and we just had some bad luck. But outside of that, great people, got to know them. And I never knew Steve King, but I know, unfortunately lost his life at Knoxville in 2006. And, it's awesome to be able to have the Steve King Memorial here at Dodge City Raceway Park this weekend. Something we're proud to be involved in. And, Danny, Naomi, they're just great people, as I say, since we've got to know them. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully it's a good event. We got some beautiful weather teed up here for Friday and Saturday, so we're hoping for a good turnout. And, it's our first one here, so we're just going to try to build it to a bigger event as we go. So at the end of the day, I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout of teams. We got the 360 sprint cars, 305 sprint cars, as well as the Rocky Mountain Midget Series. So I think we're going to have quite a few midget racers here too. So we got some cool trophies being teed up for that. We got some decent purse money, and we're going to have some fun with it, and hopefully everything goes well.
You mentioned car counts. What's your expectation? I saw the Mild Hills Racing Team has JJ Hickle coming to race with you this weekend. What are your thoughts on numbers for car count?
I'm hopeful that it's a good car count.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's an event that we want to build as we go forward, and obviously the more support we have with race cars and teams, the better it's going to help us with our efforts to do bigger and better things with it. So we're hoping for a good turnout. We really don't know until we get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do a registration and charge registration fees. We're just hoping that we get a good turnout, like I say, and have a good experience, and look forward to coming back. But as you said, this facility, it's a paved pit area. It's got, water access, multiple points of water and power, and it's all paved, and the grandstands are nice. It was kind of built on the same basis as what Charlotte Motor Speedway was built. So we got a nice facility here to work with.
Neat stuff, that's for sure. Craig, I want to go off track just a little bit with you as well. One of the things that we've spent a fair amount of time chatting with you over the years were your health. We shared some things on stage at Knoxville when you were going through your battle with Lyme disease, and we've also talked when you had some back problems. How are you feeling? How is your health at this point?
There's good days, there's bad days. It just depends on how active I am and how much I'm lifting and pulling or whatever I'm doing. So, overall, I'm pretty fortunate. I feel good. Most days are good. I put on a little weight, Steve. I'd like to maybe shore that up a little bit, but I admire, your ambition to get out there and do that walking and running, and Erin as well. So I could do a little more of that, maybe get on a bike or something. It's a little hard for me to run anymore, but, overall, I'm in pretty good shape, really. It's, not by any means the way I needed to be to be on a World of Outlaw Tour winning races, but I'm able to do what I'm doing now, and I'm happy with that.
That's awesome. How is my girl Peyton doing? I got to see her briefly at Knoxville, and I still remember I still have the little photos of her with me when she was just tiny when I was racing with you. Wanted to also see, now you're part of the connection to the McCarl family. How is all that going?
The McCarl family's pretty awesome people, really. They've, welcomed Peyton and embraced her, Terry and Lori. We couldn't be happier with that. We're very proud of Peyton, and Carson's just he's a great young man that we're proud of as well. So they got married this past March. We had a great wedding. It's always fun to be around them too. And Peyton's been out here a couple times helping us and working, and she did a great job. The one night her mom had to go back to Spencer, Iowa for some family matters, but Peyton just was like, "Wow, that's a lot of work." Between just keeping everything balanced, but she picked up her mom's duties and did a great job with it, and they're going to be out here this weekend. So we always look forward to having the time we do with them when we can. So she's an awesome young girl, young woman now, and like you said, I remember those days too. That little monkey was out there with us a lot. I remember teaching her how to ride a bike at I think it was Hanford on a BMX track, and I took her training wheels off and she rode it on a BMX track, and I remember her brother Garrett looking at her going, "Man, I can't believe she just did that," and mud from head to toe, but a lot of great memories on the road. She spent most of her life out there on the road traveling with us. And so I think, it's fitting well with Carson and what they're doing now. So pretty awesome.
So my question, and we've asked Terry this before. We've had Terry on the stage with us once or twice. The Dolanskys and McCarls, it doesn't sound like this is really a Hatfields and McCoys. It sounds like you guys relatively have been respectable, and now the family are joined. You don't have much choice but to get along with each other.
Yeah, truly. There's always been, I think, a pretty good mutual respect there. Terry and myself, we might have had a run in there too, but overall, you table that pretty quickly. And I think me and Terry go way back to when we were kids. And, I was pushing off race cars at North Star Speedway when I was 10 years old. My dad's Jeep, we'd unhook it from the trailer, and I'd go out and push off cars, pushed off Doug Wolfgang, Leonard McCarl. My dad just, it was pretty cool to do, and Terry had to sit in the stands. So I think he's just a little upset about that. But outside of that, we're in pretty good shape.
If you're going back that far for something, Terry, you are in pretty good shape. That's for sure. That's awesome. When you got to go back to him that's not eligible age to be in the racetrack, that's pretty good. I guess things are going good. Well, Craig, we certainly wish you the best as you continue with this endeavor this weekend with the Steve King Foundation race. And I'm just telling you, it's great to catch up, great to hear your voice, and great to catch up. And we won't wait as long to dial you back again. We'll get you back on Wing Nation sometime sooner than our last gap between visits.
Hey, that's awesome, and I appreciate being on with you guys today. And I mean, it's great to hear your voice, Steve, Erin. And, I wish you guys the best and keep up the good work.
Thank you. You too. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens out there at your racetrack. Thanks, man.
I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You got it. Dodge City Raceway Park in Kansas. I don't know about you. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Going to be interested to see.
That facility is gorgeous.
I've heard that. Well, that's where the World of Outlaws ran last year when they were and he's right. They were scheduling races wherever they could go because of the COVID, and that's where Jacob Allen got his win.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. And Ashley said it's a state-of-the-art facility. Fun stuff for sure. Always great to hear from the crowd pleaser, no doubt. Over the years, Dryden has stood for uncompromised value and proven performance. Known as the hardest working brand in heavy-duty lubrication, Dryden's heritage is made in America and made to last. Dryden products work to increase the life and enhance the efficiency of your equipment in the toughest conditions. Learn more about Dryden's products at Dryden.com. From grassroots racing to NASCAR, Dryden is a proud supporter of racing everywhere. For a year-round high-quality eating experience, look no further than Sage Fruit apples, pears, and cherries. Not only is their produce healthy, but they are grown with such care and precision that you can count on each piece of fruit having exceptional flavor. Sage Fruit, it's our first choice for quick and easy snacking. Get back into NASCAR's roots by driving headfirst into the new home of grassroots racing. Flow Racing keeps the original NASCAR tradition of dirt track racing roaring with more than 1,300 live and on-demand oval races from across the United States. Subscribe today by going to flowracing.com/MRN. Learn how the next generation of NASCAR drivers is prospected in sprint car racing or watch the thrill of last lap slide jobs. Subscribe today by going to flowracing.com/GoMRN. Big weekend coming up, and that's something we're probably not going to be able to say much longer. But this one certainly is big. It starts off up at Central Pennsylvania with the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. It is the Nittany Showdown at Port Royal Speedway Friday and Saturday night. Saturday night, are $15,000 to win. Okay? I was doing some research on this one, Erin. You want to know who's never won a World of Outlaw race at Port Royal?
Who?
Lance DeWeese.
Really? That's somewhat shocking.
Probably won't be the case next week when we talk, the way that car goes around the racetrack.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I could not believe it. Last year, it was Kyle Larson sweeping everything.
I can't believe that either.
I can't believe it either.
All
but it's
the years back.
It's on the World of Outlaws page.
Wow.
So if I'm wrong,
don't blame you.
Don't blame me. Blame Brian Walker. And well, Brian Walker's never wrong on that stuff. Donnie Schatz is a 4-time winner. Kyle Larson has the 2 wins last year. Logan Schuart, Brad Sweet, Ryan Smith, Jason Myers, Brad Furr, Danny Wood, Doug Wolfgang, Don Kreitz Jr., and Lynn Paxton. Now, remember, there was a long period when they haven't ran there too many times. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've only ran there 17 times. So that probably explains a little bit of
Lance
it.
not to win one.
Oh, my gosh. So, like I said, it's on the World of Outlaw stats page, so I believe it, but I don't believe it either. You know, I mean, because he could join Kyle Larson sweeping the weekend, and it wouldn't even shock anybody this weekend. So here we go again, final chance of the year for the Posse versus the Outlaws. It's going to be great. It really, truly is. Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions, the Jim and Joanne Ford Classic at Fremont, Friday and Saturday. I've said this countless times this year, and we went through a phase where nobody could get along up there, and they're all wonderful people, too. I mean, I know every side. I've talked at length to every side when they couldn't all get along, and I'm like, how in the world can y'all not get along? But they didn't. But the All-Stars are just better when Fremont's on the calendar. Yes. And this weekend's going to be great at Fremont with the Jim and Joanne Ford Classic, $10,000 to win on Saturday night. You know where else it's going to be great this weekend? At Peter Murphy's Colorado Speedway. Friday night, the Cotton Classic. Now, the Sprint Car Challenge 360s are there, but it's a King of Thunder 410s. That's his, they call him King of Thunder, so it's, I don't think it's sanctioned, but it's their weekly 410 that he's building out there. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is on Friday. Saturday, listen to this. The Maury Williams Legends Tribute Race for the NARC King of the West Series. twin 20s, which is great, but those California crazies, the second...
I like it.
I do too. I love it. The invert is all of the cars that are on the lead lap. So congratulations.
No sandbagging.
Congratulations. You won the first race. Whoop-de-doo, because you're starting 16th. And, oh, by the way, it's a 20-lap race. It's a prelude to the Trophy Cup with the inverts and everything like that. But we had Peter on the show earlier. He says, we've got to innovate. We've got to do things different. We've got to give folks something different to look at. Well, I'm telling you what, you put Sanders and Neto and Selzy and Bud Kading and that cast of characters, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, on that racetrack for a 20-lap race, all you better do is batten down the hatches. That's going to get crazy. I mean, I mean this in all due respect, they've lost their minds out there. I mean, it's going to be...
I think it's a great idea.
I do too. I think it's going to be awesome.
Well, and I love that it's just a lead lap cars, because sometimes they do the full invert and you'll have some sandbagging.
Then you can say, because, because congratulations, you sandbag and the leader goes by you going into turn number 3.
You'll start.
Now you're really in trouble.
Exactly.
Oh, Peter's got you covered. Peter's a racer. Pita is a racer, and he knows all the tricks that racers try to pull. Mm-hmm. This is going to be awesome. MOA Sprints Friday night at Jacksonville. The Ron Milton Race of Champions, $5,000 to win for the MOA Sprints. Listen to this. Okay, Williams Grove is done for the year. So just a little, and Lernerville's done for the year. So Latrobe Speedway, they have what's called the Fall Fest. Now, this is a big 2-day show. Guess what the headliner is on Friday night? 410 sprint cars. They had Cy Lynch there testing tires on Sunday. Yeah. So here's the deal. You go there on Friday, Latrobe Speedway, that's the home of Rolling Rock Beer.
Really?
Rolling Rock Beer is Latrobe, Pennsylvania. I remember that in my Penn State days. That's right. There was a lot of things that weren't said nice about Rolling Rock Beer, though. So it's not really... There was Rolling Rock and Iron City on the western side of the state and Yuengling on the eastern side of the state. So Yuengling is giddy up. But anyhow, back to Latrobe Speedway. Squirrel, back to Latrobe Speedway. Friday night sprint car racing. Saturday, they have super late models and modifieds. You know that's western Pennsylvania, where they have late models, big block modifieds, and sprint cars everywhere.
Yes.
So they're doing those two on Saturday. But on Friday night, it's sprint cars. And after the sprint car races is done, there's a band called Saddle Up. And they're going to play music till 1 a.m. Man, I'll tell you what, if I wasn't tight, I don't know, I'd be up there to Latrobe, Pennsylvania. I may even acquire a taste for Rolling Rock while I was there. Saturday, Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. And Sunday, I love this one, the Armin Hostetter Memorial 5K to win at the Trailways Speedway. Trailways is a 358 Friday night track. Once a year, they bring in the big boys, the 410s. It was supposed to be in August. It got rained out. But Armin, and we had someone on from the family years ago, he was a motorcycle racer and a farmer, and he carved a racetrack out in 1972, and Trailways has been going ever since. And he passed away in 2015, so this is the fifth annual Armin Hostetter Memorial. So the 410s are busy up there. And I'm excited about this, Erin. I get more sprint cars this weekend. My friends, the 305s, the Carolina Sprint Tour is in Gastonia, Carolina Speedway, Friday night. I'm going to giddy up out there and see my friends run 305s around Carolina. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend.
I need to fit that in the calendar.
You might have to look at that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'll take you around and introduce you to all my friends out there. Might even have a bologna burger, too.
Of course.
Well, yeah, exactly. Bologna burger and a sun drop. There you have it. Exactly. I got to watch because I'm doing a 10K on Saturday morning.
Yeah, don't be.
So I'm not sure I'm going to be. I might just do one bologna burger, not too many. We have to watch, but it is good. I love the Carolina Sprint Tour. I've seen a fair number of 305 races. I went to Mesquite. I've seen a couple other ones. Pennsylvania. I watched the Pennsylvania 305s, and my friends at Carolina Sprint Tour. I love what's going on in the 305 world with Race Saver and the IMCA sanction. And I can't wait to see my buds Friday night, Carolina Speedway. All right, let me see. I think we got through that note. I think we got through everything. Now, if you're going to Fremont this weekend, you need to go to the All-Star Circuit of Champions trailer and get your Wing Nation gear.
Yeah.
Because we have it there. Makes great Christmas gifts. Get it right now, this weekend. You imagine next week, everyone else is starting to lose their minds, and the day after Thanksgiving, they're losing their mind, and you're sitting back saying, I got my man Wing Nation sweatshirt. I got it at Fremont. We already got it all done. Lose your mind, and my Christmas shopping is done. So Wing Nation gear is available at wingnation.com. We're going to be busy all weekend long on Twitter, on Facebook. We have our YouTube page as well. And coming up on our television program, 4-time Port Royal champion, also looking for his first World of Outlaw win at the Speed Palace, Logan Wagner joins us on our Wing Nation television program presented by Sage Fruit. Great to catch up with the crowd pleaser, Craig Dollansky, and great to catch up with you. Thanks for joining us here on Wing Nation presented by Dryden and DRF Racing Oils.